Salvador Domingo Felipe Jacinto Dalí Domènech, commonly known as just Salvador Dalí, was a Spanish painter, sculptor, engraver, set designer, and writer. Considered one of the top representatives of surrealism. He was born on May 11, 1904, in Figueres, a province of Girona, very close to the French border. Raised in the middle of a bourgeois family, his father, a lawyer, had a very strict personality, unlike his wife, Felipa, who encouraged young Salvador's artistic interests. Dalí had an older brother, also named Salvador, who died when he was only 7 years old, 9 months before Dalí's birth. This event really marked the artist, who saw himself as his brother's reincarnation. Dalí also had a sister, Ana Maria, 4 years younger than him. Always active and artistic since he was a child, he would get started in the world of painting when he was just 12 years old, with the help of his father's friends, the Pichot family. Thanks to this family of artists, and especially thanks to Ramon Pichot, Dalí discovered Impressionism. Following Pichot's advice, Dalí's father enrolled him in painting classes. In 1919, only 14 years old, Dalí participated in a collective art exhibition with many local artists. And when he was in 12th grade, he edited the monthly magazine Studium with some friends. In February 1921, Dalí's mother, Felipa, passed away due to cancer, a terrible blow for him. After her death, his father got married with Felipa's sister, something Dalí never approved of. When he turned 18, Dalí moved to Madrid's student residence to study at the Royal Academy of Fine Arts of San Fernando. There, he met other future celebrities of Spanish art, such as Federico García Lorca and Luis Buñuel. Very soon, Dalí caught everyone's attention, not only because of his paintings, but also because of his quirky and dandy looks. He would flaunt long hair with sideburns, as well as coats, socks, and gaiters, which made him look like a Victorian artist. In 1923, he was expelled from the academy after being accused of leading a student protest. He would then return to Figueres, where he resumed his classes with Juan Núñez, who taught him the art of engraving. In autumn, he would return to the academy, where he would be forced to repeat a year. This is the time when Dalí rejected avant-garde art and started looking for a pictorial tradition, primarily Italian. The year after, he didn't go back to the San Fernando Academy and spent his vacation with Federico García Lorca in Caracas. Dalí was expelled from the academy once again in 1926, shortly before taking his final exams, after declaring that nobody in the academy was suitable to examine him. He then traveled to Paris for the first time, where he would meet one of his idols, Pablo Picasso. Moreover, this city would witness how Dalí's surrealism flourished, as well as his signature mustache inspired by Velázquez, something that would stay with him for the rest of his life. Through Joan Miró, he was introduced to the group of surrealists headed by André Breton. And the film An Andalusian Dog, collaboration with Luis Buñuel, was shown in the French capital. In August 1929, he met his muse and future wife, Gala, named Elena Ivanovna Diakonova when she was born. She was a Russian immigrant 11 years older than him, and at the time she was with the French poet Paul Eloge. His relationship with Gala was the final straw that ended permanently Dalí's relationship with his father, which was pretty deteriorated already. That year, Dalí continued exhibiting his art regularly as a professional and officially joined the surrealist group established in the Parisian neighborhood of Montparnasse. For the next 2 years, his work greatly influenced the direction of surrealism. The Golden Age, the second movie created in collaboration with Buñuel, premiered at Studio 28 in Paris. They also published the book The Visible Woman, which collected several texts previously published in different magazines. At the beginning of the 30s, Dalí finds his very own art style, a combination of avant-garde and traditional art. Dalí is completely immersed in surrealism and becomes entirely devoted to be a painter. In 1931, he created one of his most famous paintings, The Persistence of Memory, also known as the Melting Watches. In 1934, he takes part in the Exposition du Cinquantenaire at Paris' Great Palace, without taking into account the opinion of the other surrealists who decided not to participate. Doing this almost made Dalí be expelled from the group. That year, he arrived to the United States thanks to the art dealer Julian Levy. and the exhibition of some of his work raised a huge stir in all of New York. In December 1936, the Time magazine dedicated a cover to him with a photo taken by Man Ray. Dalí also participated in the Fantastic Art Dada Surrealism exhibition at the MoMA in New York. In February of the next year, he met the Marx Brothers in Hollywood and started to work on the script of a new movie, first called Giraffes on Horseback Salad, and then changed to The Surrealist Woman. Unfortunately, this movie was never produced. Dalí and Gala later returned to Europe, and in London, Stefan Zweig introduced him to Sigmund Freud. In 1939, in the Metropolitan Opera House of New York, the ballet Bacchanal premieres with a script, wardrobe, and props by Salvador Dalí. That same year, Breton published the article The Most Recent Trends in Surrealist Paintings, which meant Dalí's expulsion from the Surrealist group. With the incursion of German troops in Bordeaux, Dalí and Gala moved to the United States, where they lived until 1948. That's when his interest in jewel design would start and continue throughout his career. He would move to Hollywood in 1945 to work with Alfred Hitchcock on the dreamlike sequences of the movie Spellbound. And in 1945, Walt Disney hired him to help him with the production of the movie Destino. Back in Catalonia, Dalí starts a mystical plus nuclear time in his life, characterized by him treating religious subjects as well as subjects related to scientific breakthroughs at the time, showing a special interest towards breakthroughs related to nuclear fusion and fission. At the end of his career, Dalí didn't just paint, as he developed new projects that made his popularity as an eccentric increase even more. He created a newsletter and became one of the pioneers in artistic holography. In 1965, the anthological exhibition Salvador Dalí 1910-1965 opened at the MoMA. In 1968, Dalí filmed a TV ad for the chocolate brand Lanvin. And in 1969, he designed the logo for Chupa Chups. That same year, he worked as the creative director for Eurovision's promotional campaign and created a huge metallic sculpture which was installed on the stage of Madrid's Royal Theatre. Moreover, on April 1, 1970, he announced the creation of a museum in Figueres, which opened its doors 4 years later. In 1982, Juan Carlos I granted him the title of Marquis of Dalí de Pubol. After Gala's death, Dalí was devastated. He died in Figueres on January 23, 1989, at 84 years of age due to a heart attack after enduring a drawn-out agony. Dalí, a genius and a renowned figure, extravagant and fascinating, both in his work as in his life, is the most popular representative of surrealism in the world and one of Spain's most universal artists. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, and if you want to see more Draw My Life videos, subscribe to our channel. See you in the next episode!